All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here's the review sheet for our test tomorrow, very similar, excuse me, to what you're going to see on the test. So the first section is where we're going to have some expressions that we have to evaluate. So our first step is to put in the numbers for the letters that they give us, and then we have to make sure that we use order of operations. So for number 1, they tell us S is -5, T is 4, X is 3, and Y is -2. So I substituted those in. All I have is addition, so it's going from left to right. -5 plus 4 is -1. -1 plus 3 is 2, and 2 plus -2 is 0. Here, when we have the letters right next to each other, it means to multiply, so we're going to have 3 times -2 plus 4 times -5, and I know I put those in the reverse order, but commutative property says I can do that. So 3 times -2 is -6, 4 times -5 is -20, adding 2 negatives, we're going to get negative. For number 3, so we have -5 times 4 divided by -2. I have to do the multiplication first. -20. -20 divided by -2 is +10. So here we have 2 times -2 plus 3 minus 3 times 4. So I have to do my multiplications first. Notice one time I did a dot, one time I did parentheses. Means the same thing. Now we're going to go left to right. -4 plus 3 is -1. -1 minus 12 is -13. All right. Now we have our one-step adding and subtracting. To get the variable by itself, use inverse operations, the golden rule of algebra. What you do to one side, you must do to the other. So here's my variable. I have to cancel adding 4, so I'm going to subtract, show it on both sides. These cancel. We're left with 5. Over here, here's the y. I have to get rid of -7, so the opposite of that is +7, which is like adding. So y is -12 plus 7 is -5. This is how it has to look on your papers. So for number 13, I'm subtracting 4, so that's 9 equals n. Right? I don't want to hear I did it on my calculator. I did it in my head. This is how the work has to look. Add 6 to both sides. So -10 plus 6 is -4 equals s. Down here we have our multiplying or dividing equations. So for number 1, this is being multiplied, so I have to divide, which we show as a fraction. So x is 5. For number 2, I'm going to rewrite it just so I have a little bit more room. So to cancel division, I have to multiply. So x is 72. For number 3, I have to divide by -8. So -40 divided by -8 is 5. And for number 4, again, I'm going to rewrite it just so I have a little bit more room. So I'm going to have to multiply by -3. So the -3's cancel, and -3 times -12 is +36. All right, next one. What is the reciprocal? So now we're going to talk about rational equations. So the reciprocal means that we're going to flip it. So this is 23/1. The reciprocal is 1/23. 5/7, the reciprocal is 7/5. -7/3, the reciprocal is -3/7. Here I have to turn it into a mixed number first. So this is 27, I'm sorry, an improper. 27/5, which means the reciprocal is 5/27. 48/51/8, so the reciprocal is -8/51. All right, now let's go through and actually solve these. So here, sorry. Okay, so over here we're going to have now our fractions in decimals, which we can still handle this. So 2.5 times n, so I have to divide by 2.5. So n is going to be 6, and I did that honestly on my calculator. So you are allowed to do that, but I still need to see the work. So for number 2, there's 2 ways we can do this. We can either divide by 3/4, or we can multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to rewrite it, and I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So y, because these all cancel, and over here again, I'm going to do this by hand because I want to. we get 3/6, which is really 1/2. Which, again, you could put on your, put in your calculator. This one I'm going to show doing it as dividing by -1/6. Again, you have the option of which way you would like to do it. Just please don't mix them up. So this is going to give us positive 26 equals x. And I did that on the calculator, but I showed what I was doing. And for number 4, I have to divide by -0.5. So y is going to give me positive 14.5 because negative divided by a negative is a positive. Okay, now we're into our two-step equations. Remember, we have to get rid of the constant first, which is the adding or subtracting, and then get rid of the coefficient. So the 13 here is a positive, so my board's going to stop working. Okay, so we're going to subtract 13 from both sides. So we're going to have negative y over 3. 4 minus 13 is -9. To cancel this, now I need to multiply by -3. So even though the 3 is down here and the negative is up there, I have to get rid of both of them. So y is going to be positive 27. For number 2, I have to add 7 to both sides, which is going to give me -5y equals 15. Then divide by -5, so y is -3. For number 3, I have to add 2, which is going to give me 24 equals -2n. Divide by -2, which is -12, equals n. Okay, over here, so I have to add 4 to both sides. So 2/3 x equals 10. This time I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. You have a choice. Either divide by 2/3 or multiply by 3/2. Either way works. And this is going to give me 15. All right, last page, last couple. Write and solve an equation to determine the missing angle of the quadrilateral below. So we know, we've done one like this in our notes. I know that all 4 of those have to add up to 360. So I have x plus, if I add up the ones I have, it gives me 282, and that has to equal a total of 360. Okay, so we're going to divide by, subtract by 282. So x is going to give me 78 degrees. All right, complete the statement. If 10 equals x over 5, then x plus 3 equals, explain what you did to find, you know what, we're not doing this problem. So you can forget about that one. Any questions? Make sure you send me a note on Edmodo or through Remind because your test is tomorrow. Please bring your calculators with you so that you know what the heck you're doing. Have a good